Fumbling a 10 out of 10 will save your life. I know, crazy thing to say. And you're probably wondering, Kane, what the hell are you talking about? Fumbling a 10 out of 10 is literally the worst thing that you can ever experience, bro. And yeah, I can agree with that. Fumbling a 10 out of 10 is an L that is not so easy to recover from. Like, bro, I know people who have fumbled a 10 out of 10. Until this day, they still haven't recovered. Like, some people find it so hard to move on. Like, bro, you're upset because you sold the clip. Have you ever shot a basketball and shot behind the three-point line and you think the ball is gonna go in, but it just rattles out? That's what it feels like to fumble a 10 out of 10. Like, it's just excruciating pain, especially when your friends find out that you fumbled a 10 out of 10, because that is just fuel for so much bullshit. Like, for the next few months, your friends are gonna be clowning you. Fumbling a 10 out of 10 can really just give you sleepless nights. And I'm not kidding, but bagging a 10 out of 10? Yo, bagging a 10 out of 10 gotta be one of the best achievements that someone can have. Bagging a 10 out of 10 is the equivalent of winning the 2016 NBA Finals, bro. Especially if you know you mid as fuck. Like, it's just straight peak, bro. All your friends are going crazy because they just watched you pull fine shit. Like, that's one of the moments that, like, you know, your dad would be proud of you. The feeling is just so unbeatable. You feel like nothing could go wrong until you start dating that 10 out of 10. Man, the tables really fucking turn when you start dating a 10 out of 10, because most 10 out of 10s are just high maintenance. But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Probably best that you didn't get with this person. Shit, I mean, like, if you were 10 out of 10 yourself, I mean, shit. Good for you. But when it comes to dealing with somebody that is actually good looking, these are the type of people that are really full of themselves. These type of people have been given everything they wanted in the world, treated with the best luxury because they're good looking. Like, I've seen one dude do so many girls dirty, and yet they still dick ride him because they all want a piece of him. They don't want to leave because they feel like they can't find anyone else better than that person. And I see my homies get their hearts shattered just because one girl did them wrong. And I got a whole bro in my arms telling that it's gonna be alright and that there's better girls out there. It's awful. When it comes to a 10 out of 10, it's pretty different for guys and girls because standards. For guys, I feel like a girl that is a 10 out of 10 has to be pretty. Like, that's a definite. She also has to have a good personality. Guys like girls that can understand them, talk to them, and enjoy the same things that they like. I feel like it's different with girls though, especially because the standards now have changed. With most pretty girls, it's like a guy has to be at least 6 feet tall, have a decent build, got motion, have a car, gotta have a good personality. And he at least gotta be funny, you know, because girls love a guy that can make a girl laugh. I feel like with social media, it like put that false narrative into most people's heads. It's like, bro, most girls don't give a fuck if a guy can treat you right no more. As long as you can do the things that the girl wants, yeah, you're basically in the ballpark. This is not to say that all 10 out of 10s have high standards. If you find somebody that just truly likes you for who you are, that's already a 10 out of 10 gang. Dealing with a 10 out of 10 can be high maintenance though. Like, a 10 out of 10 guy would want you all to themselves and still cheat on you. And then a 10 out of 10 girl would want the whole princess treatment. None of that shit seems worth it at all. You cannot have a calm, civil conversation with these people if they're not getting their way. You try to oppose them and you're gonna find yourself getting fucked over. Alright, so I'm gonna give y'all a bit of a story time on how I fumbled fun shit. Alright, so it was like my senior year of high school. I was already dealing with some bullshit and I wasn't in the best mindset. I was really going through it. So my mind was basically preoccupied with other shit. But there was this girl I knew. I knew her from outside of school. I knew what type of girl she was before I even met her. But when I tell you, bro, she was pretty as hell. She was like heaven sent. She was so pretty that a lot of guys wanted her. And she had a huge ass ego because of it. But when you talk to her, she greeted you with this kindness and she had this like charisma to her. Like, it's so hard for me to explain. The problem with her is that she had more looks more than personality, if you know what I'm saying. Like, trying to figure out who she was like playing a game of fucking guess who. As much as it irritated me, I still wanted to see what she was about, you know what I mean? Like, at this point in my life, I wasn't looking for nothing crazy, especially because I was dealing with somebody else at the time. But she didn't know me, but I knew her because my friends were cool with her. So I eventually started talking to her. At first, I would approach her and, you know, she started talking to me after that. And, you know, I would ask for the IG, you know, because fuck it, we ball. She gave it to me and, you know, I was a bit geeked, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, a few days after, I hit her up and, you know, I'm texting. She's not feeling me, gang. Like, bro, I'm so upset because I'm over here trying to make some conversation and you're just not having it. So, you know, like, eventually I just had to push it to the side, you know, like, I just stopped talking to her, stopped paying attention to her, and, you know, that was it. So a few months passed and I had reached a period in my life where I was just down like a motherfucker. Of course, I would still see her from time to time, but only because my friends or her her friends, and I wouldn't really interact with her. I remember one day I was just by myself, right, just chilling, and she came out of nowhere and approached me. And I saw a side of her that was just pure kindness. Like, it felt really nice to see that she was actually being nice to me. I felt like that side of her was just always there. And it's crazy how life works, because one day I was just going through it, bro. I was pissed as fuck. Shit that I had going on with another girl just wasn't going right. So, of course it went so far left that we just stopped talking. But all of a sudden, I get a text from the 10 out of 10. And she found out what I was going through and comforted me. Low key, that shit caught me off guard. It was mad unexpected. Like, I wasn't playing no sympathy card or nothing, bro. Like, it just happened. Like, we started spending more time with each other. We started hanging out, Like, we was just cool. But when I tell you, shit got confusing for me, I'm talking about, I don't know if this girl likes me type confusing. Because some girls just be playing games for real, especially if it's a 10 out of 10. Like, I always go to chill with my friends and she's there. She'd be mad happy to see me, greeting me with mad hugs, mad touchy. She would have her arms around me at times. And I gotta admit, I was fucking with it, you know what I mean? Like, she would slide up on my stories, telling me that I look cute. I'll say the same thing back to her. Or, when I saw her, I'll tell her that you look good today. She'll say that you look good as well. I remember there was a time, and I still think about this moment to this day. Because one day I was chilling. I was sitting down working on something, right? And she came behind me, put her arms around me, and talked to me softly in my ear, asking me how my day was. And man, I didn't know what the fuck to feel. I liked it, but at the same time, I just didn't know what was going on. Like, I just didn't want to indulge myself in something like that right away. Like, I didn't know if she even liked me like that, or if she was just playing games, or if she just wanted attention. From there, I just knew, like, yo, I had to, tell her to stop, being so affectionate with me. There were times she actually, made me upset. It goes back to what I said earlier about 10 out of 10s. This girl was just so self-centered. It's actually fucking crazy. If she didn't get her way, she'll find a way to fucking throw a fit or, throw shade, anything to, make someone feel bad. If you didn't give her attention, she'll find another way to go get it from another guy. I'm not gonna lie, seeing her with other guys made me sick to my stomach, because I used to think about all the things that she was doing to me, and I didn't know what was going on. Hence why I think I made the best decision to stop everything that was going on. But I will never know if she actually liked me or not. Bro, when I tell you, looking back at the decision I made, it was best for that moment. I had other priorities I had to take care of. My mind just wasn't in the best space for all of that, especially with someone like her, because she's not the most ideal person. We still continue to be friends, but after that whole weird phase, life just went on. But bro, when I tell you I fumbled. As much as I knew it was for the best, it was just one of those moments where I think about what would have happened if I actually pursued. But honestly, it wouldn't have been good either. But yeah, man, at least I got some dad lore to add to the arsenal. Some of my friends still make jokes about it. Hey, I had to do the right thing. I'm just glad I didn't get dirty mac by my friends on some dumb shit. But let this be a lesson to all the people watching this video, I guess, because sometimes you just gotta make the right decisions for yourself, even if it's going against something that you really want. Bro, you could be saving yourself a lot of time and effort, You don't want to put yourself through so much bullshit. But that concludes it for this video. I love you guys, and goodbye.